Hey, what's going on? My name is Alex with Portland Event Films, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about a typical live stream setup, what all the equipment that we bring, what does it look like, and then a few add-on services that we have with our company and our AV company that might help with your guys' live stream. I'm gonna cover a basic live stream setup. So whether it's a funeral, school graduation, or a wedding, we have a basic live stream setup that we have our switching station, we have audio board, and then we have about 3 to 4 cameras depending on the type of event, how many different angles that we have, and the basic needs. But that's a basic starter package that covers about 60 to 80% of most of our events, especially when it comes to weddings. Now we have 2 different camera packages. We have one that are camcorders. They're gonna give you more of the live news look versus a cinematic movie. A lot of times for weddings and higher end events, people are gonna switch out and get our cinema package. You're gonna get more of a look that you would see on a Hollywood film, a movie versus a news broadcast. So one of the topics that I really like to cover first in our meeting is how many people are going to be speaking, how many different microphones do we need, what type of microphones do we need, is it just going to be somebody at a podium? Are we going to have live musicians? And so this is one thing that we need to cover is, how many microphones, the different types, and there's a lot of different factors. A lot of times when we get to events, they have an AV company handle the microphones, and then we'll just tap into the mixing board. Ideally, this is not as good of a solution because the volumes for the sound that's at the event versus people listening at home are completely different levels.
May the Lord now welcome him to the table of God's children in heaven.
When we're working with our clients, we like to get in on the ground floor in the beginning process of planning your events. This way we could figure out what type of microphones, who all needs to be mic'd, what type of PA setup that you need. And so it really just depends on what you guys got going on. But a typical setup for like a high school graduation, we'll set up anywhere between 2 to 10 speakers so everybody viewing in person can hear it properly. We have the proper microphones for the podium. If you guys are doing a band or a choir speaking, we have all the proper equipment. And not only that, but then we can have an audio tech that's on site be able to EQ all the microphones. And this is what they specialize in to make sure that everything sounds good. Because if you don't have good audio, then it's going to be an unpleasant experience for the people that are there in person and also the people listening online, because in-sound audio is completely different from viewing on a live stream. So our basic live stream setup is going to come with a switching station. This is where we can hook 3 to 4 different cameras into our switcher. We'll be able to view all the different cameras and the live feed setup. Then we'll have some form of audio mixing console. This can be a small mixer or we can have a big digital mixer depending on the microphones that we need. Most live stream setups come with 1 or 2 microphones. This can be a podium mic or wireless lapel mics. From there, we can build onto that packages where we've had to mic up a whole choir before. So it really just depends on the setup and how many different microphones and the type of microphones that we need to accomplish the job. Now, when it comes to some of the shows that we do, we need to incorporate either TVs, large projection screens, and then also producing a slideshow or graphic images depending on what you guys are doing. We'll play a slideshow before the event begins, and there's a portion where we need to show a slideshow. And so what we'll do is we'll play the slideshow from our computer so the people at home can view the slideshow, and then the people that are in person are viewing the slideshow on the TVs. So we can incorporate projection screens and TVs depending on what you guys have going on in the different elements. And these are all things that we cover in our consultation meeting. Now, the biggest and most critical thing, obviously, is the internet, because if we don't have internet, the live stream stops right there. So we have something that's called a Live View Solo that we use, and this is a data plan. So that way we can stream to YouTube or Facebook, or your platform of choice, and we can send the signal out, and we can make sure that we're not relying on the building's Wi-Fi or their internet, and it just creates a more pleasant experience for the people watching at home, and it's usually a lot higher quality. For whatever reason, if the internet goes down at any time, we record a backup file, and then once the stream is done, then we can upload that to your platform of choice. When choosing to do a live stream, there's two big factors, or two different camps that we go in. It's either the YouTube, Facebook, minimal interaction, people can leave comments, and then they want the video, once the live stream is done, to remain up. And then you have Zoom. Zoom is not really a live streaming platform, it's more of a video conference, but these kind of get mixed together. And so you really need to choose which direction you want to go, what features are important to you. The big part about Zoom is being able to bring remote people in and have them incorporated on the event. So it really just depends on what you want. Now, we can incorporate Zoom into the YouTube live stream. This makes things a little bit more complicated on a technical level, but we have done this at events before, and it really just depends on what you want. Thank you guys for watching this video. My name is Alex with Portland Event Films. If you guys have any more questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you guys.